What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we are going to be doing some more Star Expedition. And as you guys see, we are actually, I'll show you first before we do anything else. We are very far in the Star Expedition at this point. We're down to just 60 health bars left. However, this boss starts doing some crazy stuff. Now, I've been testing yesterday with a couple different things. One thing I did find, I have to have Freya with Divine Power. So I basically took it off the Betty for right now, put all the Divine Power in Mystic Fairy Freya, mainly just because I need this plus 10. Where is it? This 55% damage resistance, essentially. It's not for the damage we're doing. It's not even for any of her nodes. It's just to keep her alive. And we're going to be running something very similar team-wise to what you're used to seeing. However, again, we can't slot in the Ignis, we can't slot in the Heart Watcher, and we can't slot in the Olivia. So we're going to run Natalia, Hyperspace Hunter Ilamok, and Phantom Defire Lena, all of them in hopes that we can finally survive long enough. Now, the nice thing is we have a noble core on all of our heroes, and I've been testing two different things out. First, I tested out using Scarlet Queen Halora's because, of course, anytime you take damage and you have the Queen's Guard on you, it's a heal, which is actually pretty significant. It does increase your crit chance, which does kind of mess with our Lord of Fear Aspen a little bit, because as you guys know, we don't want him like super high on crit chance, and that pushes him over the edge most of the time. It does mean you can kind of use his imprints a little more flexible. But what I've also tested out is Phantom Defire Elena's now that we have it at level 8. The first part is kind of the key in what I've been testing, and it says at the beginning of each battle reduces the duration of any control effects inflicted on self and 5 random allies by 1 round. So even if we do get that fear effect or something like that, the beginning of the round, that hopefully gets rid of both the fear or the horrify and the silence, because as you guys know, we are running cause, which removes one of them, which is typically why you run candy bar. But we need to do a full energy feed now because Ignis is not part of the equation. Beyond that, she can also additionally, reduce enemies crit and precision. Lowering the precision is good, that way we have a higher chance to block incoming attacks. And that means we get the shields from Hyperspace Hunter Ilamok. And of course, when you do get to, when you self gets, anytime you initiate a trick, you get a layer of scheme. When you get to 10 of them, you do a huge heal and also increases attack, speed, all damage reduction, all these fun things with the hero. So out of all of our heroes, this one sounds like it is the best. And what we're going to try to do is run an energy feed situation still. We're going to have Mystic Fairy Freya going first as always, then Lord of Fear Aspen, then Scarlet Queen Halora. And what I did do, and actually I want to do one more thing. I want to run like 3 mirrors as well, just in case we do get silenced on like the Hyperspace Hunter Ilamok. I think we can do that as well. Let me actually just check. Are they the mirror here? It is. So I actually have 4 of them. Let me make that one change. It's not optimal, but I think it still might work. Now, the only downside of doing this is the mirror does give speed, and of course, having 3 mirrors and 2 demon balls is not exactly optimal energy feed, but it does kind of help us just in case they do get CC'd. They will still feed energy at the beginning of the next round, which hopefully works out for us. I need to make sure, yeah, we got you on there too. Speed wise, 2246 is good-ish. Should go after the queen, and let's see how this turns out. I don't even know if this is gonna work. It's gonna be a good old college try for us here. Let's see what this looks like. There's 5% left, so it does look like we might get a pretty decent hit in here, and we are going up with this, so hopefully this works. I'm hoping our team can live. Before, the only big issue was keeping my Mystic Fairy Freya alive, and she was just dying without any divine power. But with divine power, I think we're gonna be okay. You can see here we're getting some mirror hits off, and then of course people do get silenced. So my hope here is that the mirrors give enough right there, so we still are getting an energy feed with there. Although that kind of, I mean, it doesn't really matter if they even get attacks off, because the mirror energy feed, really the only important parts here is number 1, our Freya's going, our Lord of Fear Aspen, and our Queen are going. Everybody else can just stay silenced and horrified, honestly, and it does seem to be fine. And so far, the actives are working out pretty good. However, for some reason, the Demon Bell energy didn't go onto him from the Queen, which is interesting. I guess we're getting some of that energy drain situation going on, so we're not going to get it every single round. But as far as survivability goes, this is looking really, really good. We have really good healing, it looks like, with the Phantom Defier Elena in the lineup too. And occasionally when she does get some actives off, we do get some chances to dodge, which isn't always good. And again, we're like, we're not quite getting the energy feed the way we need to. We could gamble and just run Demon Bells on everybody, but I don't think that is the reliable way to go. I definitely changed one node on our Lord of Fear Aspen and I gave him damage reduction. That is a mistake. I need to change that back. I thought he might be a little squishy, but it turns out he is not. But again, if you can just get a few more actives in, that would be amazing for us. Most of our heroes are getting a good energy charge though, which is nice to see. It's almost weird. Oh, man, it's almost like I should run a mirror on Freya, but like, because I want the energy most of the time after Freya, after Lord of Fear Aspen goes, but this is giving us at least every other round active skills, which is not the worst case scenario. Getting a ton of energy here and there. The other downside is it does seem like there is some energy drain going on from the boss occasionally. Yeah, there's some energy drain going on, so not going to be a guaranteed every round, but if only we could get it for round 15 as well. That would be amazing, but it looks like we might miss it. Honestly, I was hoping she got a basic right there, but that's still going to be a decent chunk of damage, I feel like. The downside is no round 15 active. I don't know if we need Phantom Defier Elena's core. Really don't. I also might need, I just realized I might need to change the order of some heroes. So this is still pretty solid damage, I would say. It's not horrible. It's definitely not great. But we're going to do like most of our attacks today, I think. Let me take a look at something in our setup here. If we go back to the Star Expedition. Yep, I did. I totally forgot about that. I had damage reduction and I need precision, I believe. Or armor break. What's precision at? I don't want armor break over the precision, I feel like. Where am I clicking? I'm all over the place here. I think that's good. Let's check another round of Destiny transitions as well, just to make sure we have everything in the right spot. But that's a little good. It lowers the armor. Well, no, if we're going the armor route, lower his attack no less. If target's HP is no less than, so this is only for 50 plus, so no, we're good there. And then all damage dealt. Okay, there are a couple things we probably need to switch up here. No, I guess sticking with that one. That's kind of a good one, I feel like. We don't care about reducing. No, that's fine. 50% chance to increase all allies' energy. That is good. However, she does need to get her active skills off for that to happen. Oh no, I should be doing this. Whoops. See, I knew I missed a couple things up. Ilamok, what do you have? Increases the dot. Yeah, there's not really much for him to do here. Reducing attack to keep the team alive. And lastly, Elena. Yeah. Guess that's there's only the 2 energy feed, right? Natalia, which kind of random. And then Scarlet Queen Halora, which gives it to everybody. Okay, well, I mean, that already is a nice little fix here. So we can keep him in the front row. It doesn't have to move to the back row or anything like that. Let's get our additional hits off. Now that we know it works, skip the battle and see what our damage numbers look like. So still pretty solid, I would say, overall. We should kill the boss on this one, which is a nice little thing to get. Not as much damage because, of course, we're going to the end here. We have a brand new bar. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to jump back into here one more time. Star Expedition boss. We're going to come on over to, yep, no, Lord of Fear Aspen. I was in the right spot. And we're going to change one of these, right? Nope, not this one, not this one. It's this one. So if the target's HP is no less than 50, additionally deals damage. That should be the better damaging one in this situation. So we'll save that out. And get precision, I think, from our setup. You know, we should probably check one more thing since we're doing all these. This is not optimal by any means, but we are getting that 30% precision. So that's pretty, take that. So yeah, let's do our last few hits. Let's see how we do now when he's over 100%. And again, I think I still like having the Phantom to fire Elena core. The Queen one would be kind of just as good if we just needed healing. So we'll see how this turns out. See if we get shields right here. Yeah, there we go. We got some shields, we got some healing, all that stuff back up. Nobody has procced yet, which is good. All right, so far so good from the looks of it. And again, if we do get silenced on some other heroes, it does mean it's a little rough. But again, the fact that Scarlet Queen Halora pretty much gets every active off, and she does get to feed additional energy to heroes, that is a big boost in combination with the Demon Bell. So the downside is our Natalia very, very rarely gets a hit off. What we could do is we could try running control immunity imprints instead. That might help a little bit. We might actually get an active again this round just because of the way everything's working. No, yeah, even with all the beginning of round demon or mirror feeding energy, he still ends up losing it a lot of times. So team looks good. Maybe get rid of our armor nodes and go for control immunity, and that might mean more of our heroes get to attack every round, which means more Destiny transition skills do get to happen. I did have to take a couple tenants out of our homeowner hyperspace on our Ilamok just to slow him down a bit. I might want to try to slow him down even more beyond what Natalia is, just because Natalia's Destiny transition is a little bit more important. So everything looks good here, and damage wise, yeah, it is lower because MAME and because of the way a couple things actually work in here. So let's take a look at the speed here. So we got 2246 1, but we really want to keep that attack. Yeah, I guess we just leave it as is for the time being. Let's just see. I mean, either way, these are still some pretty decent damage numbers to be doing, which I'm happy with. Could it be more optimized? Yeah, it probably could, but we're going to do all of our attacks here today. There's one of our best hits right there. Not too bad. I will take it. But yeah, I'm going to try to focus more on our team and try to get better strategies as time goes on. This is just my first step of like, can I get my team to survive? Can we live the entire battle? And then move forward from there. So last hit right here, very respectable damage. We're almost back up into the E16s, which is nice to see. Now that's barely, well, I mean, 7% there. We did a total of like 15% with our attacks, which isn't amazing. It's not horrible either. But we are like, there's a clear difference between the top 4 guilds and us. Either way though, I'm happy with what my damage is looking like. Let me know what you guys think. That is my current strategy. I don't know if it's a good strategy. I haven't even confirmed it with any of my guildmates or anything, but this is what I'm running and this is what I'm having some success with. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.